Today, you will learn on how to measure given materials. The typical way of teaching on how to measure given materials is to show like this. These are the graduations of an English system found in the body of ruler and other similar measuring instruments. And this one is the scale for the metric system. Then, we are asked not to forget the reading of each graduation. But what if you are shown with measuring instruments which graduations greatly vary than that of a ruler and other typical measuring instruments? How are you going to read measurements in such instance? Therefore, we must know the concept of least count. Least count is higher reading minus lower reading divided by the total number of graduations between them. Let us take this case. High reading is 1. Lower reading is 0. The total number of graduations between the high reading and the lower reading is 10. In counting, do not include the lower reading, meaning do not include 0, but count the high reading, which is 1. Least count equals 1 over 10. Least count is 0.1 centimeter. The first graduation from the lower reading, which is 0, is the least count, and that is 0.1. Let us take this another example. The high reading is 1. The lower reading is 0. The number of graduations between 1 and 0 is 16. Least count is 1 minus 0 over 16. Least count equals 1 over 16. The first graduation, therefore, is read as 1/16. A while ago, we talked about scales in measuring the length. This time, let us take the case of scales in measuring the weight. High reading is 1. Let us pause for a moment. High reading is not always 1, and lower reading is not always 0, as we have in our examples. In our current case, if we are asked to get the least count from 30 to 50, 50 is our high reading, and 30 is our low reading. Alright, I hope it's clear. Let us go back to our topic. Low reading is 0. The total number of graduations from 0 to 1 is 20. Do not forget that in counting, include the high reading and do not include the low reading. Least count is 1 minus 0 over 20. Least count is equal to 1 over 20. Least count is equal to 0.05 kilogram or 50 grams. Alright, we are done in determining the least counts. Let us read the graduations of our first example from 0 to 1. Okay, the least count. The first graduation is 0.1 centimeter. The second graduation from 0, since first graduation was read as 0.1, we will now add the least count, which is 0.1. Hence, 0.1 plus 0.1 is 0.2 centimeter. 0.2 centimeter plus 0.1, which is the least count, equals 0.3 centimeter. 0.3 plus 0.1 equals 0.4 centimeter. 0.4 plus the least count 0.1 equals 0.5 centimeter. 0.5 plus 0.1 equals 0.6. 0.6 plus the least count 0.1 equals 0.7 centimeter. 0.7 plus 0.1 equals 0.8 centimeter. 0.8 plus 0.1, the least count, the result is 0.9 centimeter. 0.9 plus 0.1 equals not 0.10 but 1 centimeter. Alright, let us try to read the graduations from 0 to 1. Okay, 0.1 centimeter, 0.2 centimeter, 0.3 centimeter, 0.4 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter, 0.6 centimeter, 0.7 centimeter, 0.8 centimeter, 0.9 centimeter, and 1 centimeter. Let us take the English system scale in our measuring instruments. The least count is 1/16. That is the reading for the first graduation. 1/16 plus the least count 1/16 is equal to 2/16. But wait, 2/16 can be reduced to their lowest terms, which is 1/8. 1/8 plus 1/16, the least count, equals 3/16. It is already in its lowest terms. So 3/16. 3/16 plus 1/16 equals 4/16 or 1/4. 1/4 plus 1/16, our least count, equals 5/16. 5/16 plus 1/16, the least count, the result, 3/8. 3/8 plus 1/16 equals 7/16. 7/16 plus 1/16 equals 8/16 or 1/2. 1/2 plus 1/16 equals 9/16. 9/16 plus 1/16 equals 5/8. 5/8 or 10/8 plus 1/16 equals 11/16. 11/16 plus 1/16 equals 12/16 or 3/4. 3/4 plus the least count 1/16 equals 13/16. 13/16 plus 1/16 equals 14/16 or 7/8. 7/8 plus 1/16 equals 15/16. 15/16 plus 1/16 equals 16/16 or 1. Okay, let us now read the graduations from 0 to 1 inch. The first one, 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13, 16, 7, 8, 15, 16, 16, 16, or 1. Let us read the graduations from 0 to 1. In this case, weight measurements. The first graduation is equivalent to our least count, which is 0.05 kilogram or 50 grams. This is 100 grams, 150 grams, 200 grams, 250 grams, 300 grams, 350 grams or 0.35 kilogram, 400 grams, 450 grams, 500 grams, 550 grams, 0.6 kilogram or 600 grams, 0.65 kilogram or 650 grams, 0.7 kilogram or 700 grams, 0.75 kilogram or 750 grams, 0.8 kilogram or 800 grams, 0.85 kilogram or 850 grams, 0.9 kilogram or 900 grams, 0.95 kilogram or 950 grams, and 1 kilogram or 1000 grams. Please do not forget that kilogram is abbreviated by small letters kg and not kl because that is kiloliter. It is time now to check your understanding of our lesson. You are asked to give the least count and the reading pointed by an arrow. I'll give you 15 seconds for each number. Good luck. Here we go. Alright, let us check your answers and at the same time take time to listen the rationalization of questions. Number 1, the list count is 0.1. The reading is 0.6. That is 0.1, which is our list count, times the number of graduation pointed by an arrow, which is 6 from the Louis reading. Number 2, same with the previous number, the list count is 0.1. The reading is 1.3. This is different from our past problems because the Louis reading this time is not 0. The list count is 0.1, like number 1 and number 2. The reading is 3.8. Number 4, the list count is 116. The reading is 1116. That is 116 times 11 because the graduation being pointed by an arrow is in the 11th graduation after the Louis reading. The list count is 116, same with the previous number. The reading is 2 and 3/8. The list count is 116 again. The reading is 4 and 1/4. Number 7, the list count is 0.2. The reading is 0.6. Number 8, the list count is 0.2. Again, the reading is 0.6. The list count is 0.05. The reading is 0.7. Again, the list count here in number 10 is 0.05. The reading is 0.6. See you again in our next video lesson. Good day.